Hi Cancer, welcome to your What They Aren't Telling You reading for March 22nd through April 5th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Cancer. Cancer. Alright, Cancerians. Yay! Yay! 10 of Cups. Yay! Yay! Happily ever after. Crap. The World. Hold on. Ace of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. 6 of Swords. Queen of Cups. There you are, Cancer. They're thinking about you. Queen of Pentacles. All right, so 2 queens is sincere friends, and we've got 10 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. All right. So, you know, okay, we got 2 10s here. 2 10s, I believe, is change. Yes, it is. 2 10s is change, sincere friends, and change. So perhaps there's been a change in a long-time friendship. Maybe this is not a romantic read. Maybe it is. I feel like when I saw this, it was like, yay, but is it because it's, and then I got this, but that still could mean that life is good. Like everything's just kind of working out and you're on to the next phase. Well, what is that? Well, let's see. So, okay, all right. Maybe it's learning how to move on, or maybe this, I think this person has not made a whole heck of a lot of progress if things have ended. If they're talking about things ending, they're still very much thinking of you in the capacity of their person. They might want to say that I'm just going to be by myself and work on my stability now, and they're not wrong. They do want a stable, secure home life. But why would they want to end it with you then? Is this about, instead of ending, is it about transitioning to a healthier place? Is it about making things official? Is it about leaving the past behind? Like, okay, we've been dating for so long, let's make it official. Like, is this transitioning to a new chapter? What is this? What's this world about? For Cancer, what's this world about? Wow. We got the Magician here. So your cycle with this person has completed, or there's been a cycle of completion with this person, and it might look like they're kind of struggling and figuring out how to make things work. If you are talking, they might be like, oh yeah, it's just been really hard or whatnot. If you're not talking, you might be hearing about it from friends, family, or just watching them on social media. What's this Page of Pentacles about? They might... It's almost like they're living day to day. They're not as secure and stable as they once were with you, and that is a focus and a concern, but they just don't have the longevity and focus. This is learning, this is a beginning energy of security. This is maybe thinking that they could make things happen and they're gonna, you know, but actually they're kind of not really all that successful. It is not what they thought it would be, and they're living kind of situation to situation. So it might bring them some happiness, which fine, but it's not, I think they thought that their life was going to take off, or this was just going to be much better since you and this person ended, and they're actually not, they don't feel fulfilled. They might be happy in the moment, but they're not fulfilled. What's this 6 of Pentacles about? 6 of Swords about? What's this 6 of Swords about? What's this Queen of Cups about? This Queen of Cups about? Okay, so you could be, once again, here's Pisces. This could be Virgo or Aries, by the way. This could be Sagittarius. This could be Pisces. So we got Cancer and Pisces again. I guess I'm starting to bang on that drum again. What you might have heard, because it doesn't look like you're in communication with this person. What you might have heard, or if you are, it's stilted, very little formal, or you're hearing about this person, is that they've just moved on. They removed emotion from the situation. They're just looking at things logically and intuitively, and maybe there's a lot of consult with friends, or their friends are helping them move on and heal and find peace with this, and maybe their friends are talking to them about, hey, look at it this way, look at it that way, let's have some compassion, let's get objective about this. This is all about objective, compassionate distance, looking at a situation, and that might be what you're observing or hearing, but you are still very much on their mind. They just they feel like they can't do anything. They feel like they can't do anything to change their feelings about you, what has happened with you, or maybe who you are. Like, they feel like they can't affect any change with you. They can't change your mind. They can't change how they feel. Perhaps they feel like there's nothing they can do about this situation unless you change certain things, or unless you make an effort, or unless you make some kind of offer or change and let them know about it. Because this honestly does not feel like you two are talking. It doesn't feel like you're in communication. So it could very much appear that this person has moved on, right? And that they're just kind of doing their thing and living the life. But in reality, you're front and center in their mind, and things are not as they seem with this person. They're living situation to situation, paycheck to paycheck. They might even be staying at friends and family's house. They are not this masterful creator or it's just not happening for them maybe like they thought they would. Here's the Magician, and here's the Page of Pentacles. So this is them kind of this is an offer falling short of what is desired. This is the beginnings of learning how to do something, of security. This is a student rather than a master or a teacher. So this is a master, this is a student, okay? This is not somebody that, is living the dream like maybe they thought they would. Or maybe they talked about that, yeah, everything's, no, it's not. You're still very much on their mind. You're not going to hear that from them. They're not, I feel like they are staunchly, like, they've got their arms folded and they got their back to you. And if there's going to be any kind of anything, it would probably involve you making the approach to them. What's this Queen of Pentacles? Yep, here they are. All of this is about moving on and being independent. Look at this Queen of Pentacles here. They're just like, no. This is they're worried about theirs and their own, and they are happy to do so. They're not looking up from their security. They're not looking up from their surroundings. They're not looking around for anybody else. Maybe they're still in deep contemplation about this situation here. What's this? It's this Queen of Pentacles. So this is them happily in their own environment. Again, what you are hearing or perceiving, that everything's working out for them. They're just fine. But really, look at it. It's this. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, but really it's the Page of Pentacles. We got the sun shining on everything's working out for me. Yay. And it's the Nine of Pentacles. This is situational. This is long term. So it might appear that way, but remember up here, what's this Ten of Pentacles? This is Ten of Pentacles. I feel like Cancer, I feel like this is them coming back in unexpectedly and wanting to restore the stability and security. Why? Because this is not panning out for them like they thought it would. I think they are trying to front, or they thought it would be like, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Where we heard that before. And no shade, no judgment, but everybody says that like when they're like, no, I'm good. I'm going to be fine. Really? This is not fine. This is someone they're still very much thinking about you, probably missing you, feeling like there's not a darn thing they can do about the situation. And then very unexpectedly so, they want to come back to talk about this with you. For some of you, it could be that they use this as an end. Oh, hey, I left my crock pot. Can I come get it? Or whatever. Or, something like out of the blue, unexpectedly coming back in because of a leave behind months later. This could be them coming back in and being like, well, I deserve half of that. Okay. This could be them coming back and going, so yeah, what we used to have, let's talk about that. It's something unexpected, and it's immediate, and it doesn't make any sense, and it's awkward, but it's involving and revolving around this, the issue of security and stability that you once had with this person. This could also be them hoping to win the lottery. This is unexpected and out of the blue. and independent and almost in secret, and this it deals with stability and longevity and wealth. So it could be that they're any one of those things, unexpectedly coming back in to talk about something about the home that you two shared, hoping to win the lottery, hoping, you know, something is going to save them from their predicament or the situation they're in. But I also feel like this is somebody, because there's this right here, they're kind of hoping somebody will rush in and save them from their situation, or they're kind of largely depending on somebody else to change their situation involving security or stability. Like they want somebody else to come in. This is somebody who feels very Page of Pentacles-ish about their security and future, and they're kind of hoping somebody else will come in and help with that, because I don't think they feel like they're capable of the level of security or stability that they had with you. Not that you provided it for them, but you two were stronger together than you are apart. You are doing much better than they were. They are finding, now that they've been apart for a while, that things are not what they thought they would be. And I think they're like, oh my gosh, I got to go back. I want to go back. But too much time has gone by, or too much damage has been done. Something about them coming back in would not be the best for you. You're probably like, no, you know, enough time's gone by. We've been through enough. This is a 9. This one's like, you know what? I'm world weary and I'm wounded, but do not mistake that for weakness, because I still have plenty of bite and bark in me. And and this is you having, after everything been depleted or destroyed or knocked about or whatever, you've got everything standing up again. Everything is just so, and it took a lot of work and you've been through it, but this is all behind you now, and you're guarding all of your possessions as well as putting things in their proper place, and everything is displayed and in place in your life, and you are in a position to defend that. And then here they come back in and they're like, so about that one time when we such and such talked about that, you know, so be prepared for that, because they might out of the blue come back and want to talk about something about the stability of the home that you shared together, reinstating the relationship, anything, could be anything, but quite possibly they might be realizing it's not all that out there and wanting to come back in and use that as an opener. All right. Could be they got a lot to say too. Screw the colander, screw the crock pot. You need to listen to me. It could be that. All right, what's this 9 of Wands about? 5 of Swords and the 6. Okay, well, look at that. Okay, guys. All right, so if they do come back in, you know, and look, I need to get some stuff off my chest about our relationship. You're like, I'm listening, and there's a clearing of the air, perhaps many clearings of the air, like we're going to bicker and fight, and I'm going to stand my ground, and you're going to not like what I have to say, and I'm not going to like what you have to say, and I'm not going to put up with any sass or disrespect, and blah, 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 and back and forth we go. And then there's resolution and forward movement. I don't think this person has ever quit you emotionally, Cancer. I think they've tried. I think they went outside and was like, oh my God, the grass is not greener. I want back in. Full disclosure, I've had a cup of coffee. I don't know if I said that in the beginning, but so yeah, just FYI. I hope I'm not speaking too loudly and blowing the speakers in your device, but all right, what else for Cancer? I think that this is about having fights to clear the air so that you can start at least moving on. I feel like this is the very beginnings of reconciliation, at least a friendship, if not more. I feel like this person wants you back, but I think it's also in light of thinking everything's going to be fine over here and getting out in the real world and being like, oh my God, and wanting to rush back in there. So just be aware of that. And you probably have a good sense of that, because this is the 9 of Wands here. You're like, I'm no dummy. I know what's really going on here. So just be aware of their intentions, knowing the person like you do. Be aware that it might not just be because of their romantic feelings for you. It could also very well be because of the fact that you provided a nice home and secure feelings for them as well. All right. Cancer. Contemplation. I feel like weighing the options, feeling like, all right, it's almost like being at the crossroads, deciding whether the options that you have before you and the decisions you make about them can either serve as regret or serve as movement forward. So this is definitely about being at the crossroads, and also trying to understand yourself and your motivations, because I think because that you're wary, I think that you're looking at this person and like, okay, well, if this is what's going on with me behind the scenes, what are their intentions? Like, what are they, because I know what I want out of this. What did they want out of this? What are they not telling me? Well, it's that the world is pretty big out there, and it's not what they thought it was going to be without you. And romantic and love feelings aside, this is all about security right here. This is all about someone quite possibly paycheck to paycheck or friend's couch to friend's couch, not really having any interest in doing things on their own. They like the partnership with you much better. So, and I'm not saying that they're a slouch. I'm just saying that there might be like, you know what, I had enough time to think about this. Even though I swore to myself that even though you're on my mind, I've accepted that there's nothing I can do about this. Here they come, running back in. Hey, we need to talk. All right, Cancer. Oh, look at that. Soulmate. Aw. Okay. Well, since you put it that way. Wow. So this could be that I could see why you're thinking that, because if you're thinking that way about them and they're thinking that way about you, you could see why there's this wondering about your happily ever after here, because perhaps you really thought it was it with this person, and then whatever happened, this disconnect, and now you're like, I just don't know. But here you are, weary, but still showing up to listen. Sometimes that's what love looks like after a big, huge row. Or, you know, it's like, okay, I'm mad as hell, but I'm still showing up. That should count for a lot. Cancer's person. What would Cancer's person say to Cancer? What would Cancer's person say to them? Hello. Stop it. Cancer's person. Yeah, coffee's kicked in. I'm getting sassy. Cancer. Hello. Cancer. Cancer. All right, what is going on with Cancer? I laugh because this has been eating away at this person. Okay, this situation has been, the mice are all about things that just kind of continually like eat away, or just like they're always kind of nibbling at something, you know what I mean? And eventually it's like it starts off as a little thing and then it gets bigger and bigger because of the constant just nibbling at it and going at it. And I think this has been, you know, this person getting out in the big world after the breakup might have dated and done whatever. This could be lots of dating, lots of partners, lots of whatever. I don't see that, but this could be. It could also be that this person is talking quite a bit. There's a lot of communicating with those around she or he, but not with you. And it's because this situation, this ending has been eating away at them. So if they're not talking to you, they're definitely talking about you. You are still front and center on their mind. They just feel like there's nothing they can do about the situation. But then again, here they come, you know? All right. If they're not coming back in, which I think they are, but if they're not, again, this is them kind of looking outward for security, or them, it could be them doing something immediate and unexpected in regards to, but see, I feel like this involves you. I feel like this is them rushing back in to talk to you about the stability and the happy home that you used to share. It could be them resorting to drastic measures about security, but I just, in the face of this reading, I don't see that. There's not a whole lot of negativity here, so, or, you know, shenanigans. I've looked you, oh, there it is. I looked you up online to see what you've been up to. Yes. All right, Cancer. So this would suggest that they are very aware of where you're at, what you're doing. You just maybe don't know about it. They've been definitely talking to their friends about you. Six of Swords right here. I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. And that's what this Hanged Man and the Queen of Cups is about, is they feel like there's not a damn thing they can do about this situation. Or maybe they feel like they're not good enough for you, especially in light of falling flat on their face out in the real world, or since you've broken up. I mean, maybe they didn't fall flat on their face, but they're definitely not at the level of happiness that they were, happiness and stability that they were when you two were connected. And maybe they feel broken, like they can't find somebody else after you. Maybe they feel like whatever fight you had, they still are feeling the effects of it, and there's shame and embarrassment or pain, and they're not ready to come back to you yet and say that, like, I was wrong, or I think you were wrong, or whatever. They're not ready to communicate with you yet, but they're not having any more success out on their own either. It's like they're just like, it's kind of like in hell, kind of. I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, okay, I'm not ready to go here yet, but I don't like where I'm at. I don't know what to do. I'm not, ugh. There's that. And maybe that's why there's this unexpected and this angst, and they just come rushing back in because they just can't take feeling like, okay, here's no solace. Here's no solace. Here, I need some kind of reprieve and release. I need to feel found. I need to feel connected. I need to talk to somebody who knows who I am and I can be safe with. All right. It's definitely eating away at them, though. They might have tried dating, but they're definitely online, looking you up, watching, checking on you, talking to friends about you, talking to other people about you, Cancer. You are front and center. Okay, this was a long one. Thank the coffee for that. I hope this is helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. I wish you luck with this soulmate card, and it's like, oh, but just make sure, and then here's that Nine of Wands peeking, like, okay, I'm listening. Just make sure that you feel right about it, okay? All right, okay, all right. I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.